All right, boys, we got the part 2 beta confirmed. We got the leaks. This is half a month in advance, so we already know this now, which is very cool. 3 weeks. Yeah, it's 3 weeks, right? If I go here, I'm not doxing myself, right? No location here. I have to double check. Yeah, okay. So on the 11th, so 3 weeks. Yeah. So next week, Thursday, we get Esterosa. Then on Tuesday, you guys get Esterosa. Then we get Zeldris here, and then you get Zeldris here. Okay, just in case. So now that people don't have to make a whole video about that. It's a 5-day difference. I know it's hard to believe. Anyway, so Nebula Zeldris is coming. Now I've uploaded a video for his ultimate and stuff when his final boss came up, but I can't find it. So we're gonna watch Beats' video, and have his reaction there too.
It's Zeldris. Wait,
no, his ultimate is sick.
Wait, it's an ultimate move. Wait, it's not gonna be a counter?
It's yeah, it's sick. I remember I watched Nagato react to this too on stream live because I'm not there in the story yet. If we look at my story chapter, we saw it, right? It looked very cool. Whatever. If you look at my story progression, I am at chapter 21. I just started, so yeah, I'm gonna catch up though. You know, that's my New Year's resolution for the anniversary, right? The new anniversary resolution. I'm going to catch up the story. Anyway, we got Zeldris. Now, we don't know Esterosa's kit, so it's hard to really predict what Zeldris is gonna do, right? I'm sure he's gonna buff Demon in some way. I'm not gonna sit here and make a 20-minute video about that though, and then make 5 more videos about it. I'm gonna get everything I want to say about this in one video, and then I'm gonna call it quits until he comes out or we get his information. So, big thing about Ominous Nebula Zeldris coming out is that it is going to be a new Zeldris because he has a new ultimate. Which sucks because that means you have to get all the outfits again. Because if you look, in case you're familiar with this, if we look at Green Zeldris, Festival Zeldris, right? He has a different ultimate. He has a different sets of outfits. I think the music's too loud, so I'm just gonna speak louder even. Right? I thought I had his stuff maxed. Damn. Anyway, right? Different set of outfits and everything. Cool. And then we go to regular Zeldris. Where is Red Zeldris? Like Red Zeldris or Blue Zeldris, right? They both have the same ultimate, so they share the same costumes. This is the case with every single unit in the game. Right? Green Escanor and Red Escanor have the same ultimate. They share the same outfits. So and so on, right? So I'm just saying, just in case you somehow didn't know. Anyway, that is going to be an issue because outfits, man, they're so expensive. Like, they're so expensive. He is a 600 banner though, so he might be a skip. If I was free to play, I'd legit only summon on festival banners, I think, because usually those tend to have the most value. But some 600 banners are definitely really worth it as well. We'll have to see, right? We'll get Esterosa, and then we'll still have enough time to decide on if Zeldris is a skip or not. Especially if you're on global, because you'll have a whole like extra 5 days, and it usually takes like 10 minutes to make that judgment of, oh, should you summon or not. Like you have time to watch JP showcases for like 5 days until you can decide, oh, do you actually want to summon Esterosa? If you're that serious about it, right? But we'll see. Maybe Esterosa sucks ass. Maybe Zeldris is a PvE unit. We don't know, right? He's definitely going to be really good. I wonder, that's my big question. Are they going to give him a commandment? So this guy has a commandment. I don't know if this guy has a commandment. Does Beats go over it? He does go over his cards. Let's see.
Wait.
All right, he does have a commandment. Now I can check it. Does he check it?
Nah, I can't.
He only checks the skills. You hate to see it.
I wonder if it's the one from Final Pick, because the Final build to it.
All right. Well.
Ooh,
anyway.
Wait, what?
He might cuck like goddesses or something, right? We might go into a whole, because if you can recognize a pattern, we started the year with Green Sariel, then we got Red Tamriel, and now we got Anniversary List, right? 3 super powerful units for the goddess team. And now, right after, we get Assault Esterosa, Nebula Zeldris. Like, obviously they're trying to build up demons now after they build up goddesses. So, and they all got their relics, and now we're gonna get demon relics. So that's gonna be how it works. I'm gonna assume with Ominous Nebula Zeldris, we're going to be getting a holy relic for the old Zeldris, which is going to be interesting to see. Hopefully it's broken. The thing is, what would you even do with old Zeldris holy relic? This guy is all about critting and being useless, and then this guy is all about just control, like control and being utility. You don't really like, he does decent damage, but like you don't really like care for his crit stuff or anything. So it's gonna be weird to see. Maybe it's something with if you cleanse a debuff, because they both have the commandment of like they can cleanse by moving a card and they lose ult gauge, right? Like his passive is if you lose ult gauge, he gets crit damage. This guy's passive is commandment, which is it sucks. But if Assault Esterosa has a commandment, which he should, I think, and then or he may have multiple. And then Ominous Nebula Zeldris also has a commandment. Oh well, you can't run this guy then. Keck. Well, anyway, yeah, that's the issue, lol. But yeah, and I hope commandments come back because I think they're a really cool commandment, like mechanic. They're a lot more like interactive than graces, because graces are just a buff, right? They're just like a second passive thrown on any character. But commandments affect both sides, right? Like Glock's commandment is broken, right? You use 2 skills, you get your attack related stats reduced by 30%. This affects both sides. This is why it's so cool. That's why like the Gallant Grace, right? You don't run Gotha, right? You give up the rank ups, but if they run it, they're screwed over. But it's like a highly desirable skill, or at least back in the day, so it's a good counter. Really, really cool, but you know, they kind of just, we don't have any good commandments. But now we're getting 2 back to back. They're really strong, hopefully. Bro, probably, right? Like, how are they gonna release a mid unit? I hope Esterosa's bad, high key. I hope Esterosa's back and Zeldris is good. That's bad and Zeldris is good. That's my hope. Because I don't like Esterosa. I really like Mael, but Esterosa is like cringe. I don't like him. He's so weird. It's just a giant baby. A giant fake baby. Like he's not real. Anyway, but that's pretty much it, I think. Kit wise, I'll throw out my speculation so I can come back to this video and be like, see guys, I told you. I'm gonna hope they continue the trend with cleave on demons, because I really like that. Right, like goddesses have all like these like defensive abilities, right? Like the new list scales of HP, she has a revive, she heals on her passive if you stall for long enough, which you usually will do by using defenses. Blue Tarma's Holy Relic gives damage reduction, and he himself has a stance damage reduction. Margaret has Holy Relic as damage reduction for each goddess ally, and then also damage reduction on her buff. Green Charlie is a super defensive unit, very defensive team, right? And Assault and the demons are a very offensive team, right? They don't care about getting hit, they want to get hit, they just want to keep going, right? Now I don't think Assault melee is going to be meta ever again. He never was, to be fair, but he'll never be even like a niche pick. I think he'll die in his ruins, you know? He had his time, he gets good views, that's all he's there for. But he's kind of used to that. So I think Zeldris and Esterosa both, I hope, have some sort of cleave ability. I don't want them to have a counter, have cleave, have AoE ult gauge lock, because I feel like that's such a rare thing. The only unit I can think of that has that is Blue Mono. Bring that skill back, because I think that skill is really nice, especially nowadays meta. Get rid of that. And then maybe we finally get that thing that people have been speculating for years now, and we get someone that can block passive skills, right? So we can deal with Rimuru, who is still, in my opinion, probably the best PvP unit in the game, or at least, like, at the worst, he's top 2, or the top 3 at the very worst. I can, like, if you argue for it very well, I could see it, but stop him, and then maybe we'll see. If they have buffs and they don't block passives, they're going to be white buffs too, for sure. And that's, I mean, yeah, we can't really say much, right? The kits usually don't work that well together with what they did in stories. I can't go off, oh yeah, so like Zeldris did like 1v3 them, so he probably has something with if he's the last man standing, he gets double base stick stats, right? Like that does make sense. So anyway, I'm gonna end the video here. I don't want to, this is already way too long. I hope you guys enjoyed. Catch y'all.